Yoruba Nation Manual, which guides self-determination struggle, is already with Nigerian President Professor Akintoye. Akintoye, Professor Banji Akintoye, Yoruba Self-Determination Movement, Ilana Omu Odua leader, has explained that the Yoruba self-determination struggle published a manual since 2020 to guide the activities of the struggle, and it is already with the Nigerian president. Akintoye added that an activist, Sunday Adeyemo, more commonly called Sunday Igboho, is not committing any crime under Nigerian law or the international community for leading a self-determination movement for the indigenous Yoruba people. Akintoye's comments were in response to criticisms from Fulani leaders, including Professor Garros Gololo, who have accused Igboho of being a criminal. However, Akintoye maintained that Igboho's actions align with the international law and Nigerian constitution, which guarantees the right to self-determination. The historian also provided context to Igboho's intervention in Igangan, where he helped to expel Fulani militants who had been terrorizing local communities. Akintoye, in an article he wrote, described the Fulani agenda as a quest for territorial expansion and domination, which has resulted in violence and displacement of indigenous populations. He wrote, Professor Gololo thinks that seeking self-determination for one's nation is a crime. This highly educated compatriot of ours is grossly wrong in that view. Demanding self-determination for one's nation is entirely in accordance with the provisions of international law and Nigerian law. The United Nations Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People affirms that indigenous people have the right to self-determination, and that members of an indigenous people have the right to seek to retrieve their nation's self-determination from the country that their nation currently belongs to, provided that they do it without violence or disruptiveness. The African Charter of Human and People's Rights fully affirms exactly the same. Now, since Nigeria is a member of the United Nations and the Africa Union and a signatory to these two international laws, both laws are parts of the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Former Nigerian President Buhari, speaking at the United Nations General Assembly in 2016 and 2017, acknowledged that if any nation in Nigeria seeks self-determination peacefully through a peaceful organization, the Nigerian state would have no other option than to negotiate with such a nation. President Buhari even added that it is immoral to deny self-determination to any nation that peacefully seeks it. Therefore, since the Yoruba self-determination struggle is well known to be an avowedly and consistently peaceful law-abiding movement, Sunday Igboho, as a leader of it, is breaking no law of Nigeria. No activist in the struggle for Yoruba self-determination and separation from Nigeria is breaking any law. As Professor Gololo may not know, the Yoruba self-determination struggle published a manual in 2020 to guide the activities of the struggle, and it informs its Yoruba people and the rest of the world about its chosen path to self-determination of the Yoruba nation. Companies of this manual, titled Yoruba Nation Chooses the Noble Path to its Noble Goal, was sent to the President of Nigeria and to the Secretary General of the United Nations in response to Professor Gololo's massively fiery attack against Sunday Igboho on social media. The highest organ of the Yoruba self-determination struggle has directed the manual be further widely disseminated and that a copy must be made to reach Professor Gololo. Our Yoruba self-determination struggle is a peaceful, law-abiding, civilized, and competent movement. We know our rights. We are charitable towards others, but we do not tolerate the unjust persecution of our people. We want our Fulani compatriots to give up their campaigns of falsehood against one of our foremost leaders, Sunday Igboho. By the grace of God, we Yoruba shall soon peacefully depart from Nigeria and begin, under our own patriotic and dedicated leaders, to live the life of progress and high quality prosperity that we Yoruba love very much. We say proudly to the world that our new country shall be a friendly and helpful neighbor to all its neighbors, a country decently upholding the dignity of the black race, a country, a country that all other countries in the world shall respect and confidently do business with, the historian added. Well, let's see what other people have to say about this. The real Yoruba father himself has spoken. May your days be long, Professor Akintoye. True sons and daughters of Yoruba nation shall never forget your labor. Is it because this man is not Igbo? That is why he cannot be arrested and arraigned like the Igbo agitators. Interesting times we find ourselves. Self-determination is the right of every person. The Nigerian project has failed and it needs to be renegotiated so we all can have a prosperous society. Nobody is talking about Iboho and Professor Akintoye, but the northern region and the southwest. I once heard of Kano on a platter. I sincerely believe that Nigeria can work with the right leadership and a people's constitution, but we must sit down and talk. Even Tinubu asserts that he does not believe in Nigeria some years back. In fact, let every region go their separate ways for peace. It shouldn't be about one region alone, but every region. Only elites in the north are against disintegration for their personal interest, but the average northerner is highly in support of core Arewa public. Look at common Igbos that are in the dot circle, seeking for their nation without oil and arable land, no seaports of any kind, no rivers alike. Well, these people have all given their opinions on this. Make sure to leave your own opinions in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And make sure to turn on notifications so you can be notified when we upload daily content here on this channel. And make sure to share this video with your family and friends so that they know what is going on and they can give their own opinions on this.